theme. It's Sassy, Sexy, Sporkgirl, or whatever Spork lady you want to put in there. We have 6 great artists tonight. You guys want to introduce yourself? Let's go with Humble Marty first of all.
Okay. Hi, I'm Humble Marty. I post stuff on the internet.
Okay. Illustrator Monk.
Hey,
Is that who that
it's
is?
that Illustrator Monk here, doing the same old stuff.
Right on, man. Mr. Marvel, Troy Torres.
Hey, Mr. Marvel here, owner and creator of One Pool, and very happy to be amongst such a great crowd of artists.
Excellent. We have the Tech Corner, Daniel Vega.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? You can find me I'm still open for commissions. You can find me at the Tech Corner on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and my webpage is vegadesigns.squarespace.com.
Excellent. And then we have Xenolith. I believe that Ginger is subbing in for the artist tonight. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. Ginger will be drawing. I will be providing commentary.
Commentary.
We'd love to hear Ginger if she wants to talk. That's fine too. Then we have your friendly neighborhood ninja, last but definitely not least.
Hello, I am, yes, as Slick has said, your friendly neighborhood ninja. Also, I like to tout myself as #1 Sporkman fan. So we'll see if you guys can beat me tonight in this drawing the sexy, sassy Spork. I like to call her Lady Spork. So, yeah. Good luck to everyone this evening. And thanks, Slick, for hosting this wonderful challenge tonight.
No, thank you for all showing up. I appreciate it. This makes it a fun thing that I'm trying to build on, and hopefully this continues as we go along. I really do appreciate you showing up. Just to let everybody know, again, we are doing Sporkman gender swapped as Sporkgirl. For those of you who don't know who Sporkman is a fun character done by our friend Chuck and Eric. What's Chuck's last name again? I always forget.
Chuck's last name is Bonetti.
Bonetti. Chuck
Charles
Bonetti.
Bonetti.
Charles
That's right,
Bonetti.
you can-
For some reason, I heard Betty.
Charles
Bonetti.
Bonetti. Yeah, but he's
I should be
been
able to know.
doing Sporkman for quite a few years now. They've been trying to get a campaign rolling. I'd like to give them a little help, have a little fun, and have a little sexy thrown in for good measure. So, what are we sitting at? We're at 3 minutes. I'm going to give us. There was one other thing I'm forgetting to mention. I am flying solo tonight as a host. Crypto Comics is busy off doing some other things. So if I make a mistake, you guys can flog me with a wet noodle or whatever it takes to get me back on track. And,
Noodle flog you?
noodle flogging. Yeah,
Noodle flogging.
It's definitely
It's right up there with a lip noodle.
Yeah, it's definitely a fetish, noodle flogging. All right,
All those sopping noises.
let's give it one more minute. Anybody have anything to say about you want to pimp for like a minute? Anybody? I
You know
know
what we
that
should plug?
I know that one.
If we're not plugging Little Girl Lethal, we should plug Wanpool and Sporkman.
Yeah,
at this
Wanpool
moment.
and Sporkman. Wanpool is it in demand right now, or is it still
in demand? It's still in demand on Indiegogo. You could still go check that out. It's also Kickstarter, I believe. For those who use that platform, we gave you a way to also support. Yeah, you can still go support it right now, and if not, definitely go support Sporkman. There's still about 20 days left on the campaign, and they could use some extra support and love of the community, because they definitely that team definitely makes sure to support everybody in their endeavors. So let's give it a chance.
Oh, we have Jared Shiro.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, nice.
Hey, how's it going,
How's
dude?
it going?
Jared Shiro is not only an artist, but he is a great writer. He writes Arkham. I'm doing it right. Case File Arkham. There's 2 volumes currently, and you guys plan on a 3rd right now.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, putting together that one right now.
Great noir with Lovecraftian horror mixed in. One of the best books I've read in the last few years. I don't say that lightly.
Thank
We
you.
got wine that'll be like what my dad made.
Okay, well, we got some people talking. Who's that?
Echo. Because it's not me.
Echo.
Who's talking? Does anybody know who
Jim.
that was? That wasn't me, was it?
Your ninja is talking right now. Apparently, Jay Ashiro is the letterist if Sporkman gets funded.
Yes,
Right on, man.
Cool.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Wow,
All
really
right.
cool.
I think it's time.
Very
Since
cool.
we got Jay here, Jay Shiro. I think we should get rolling. We're a little bit past. It's 6 past the hour. That means that 6 past midnight my time is when we'll stop, and hopefully I can get a straw pull up while I'm doing all this and multitask, which probably is going to end up in disaster. All right.
You know, you could give Sporkman a wrench right now because he's been awfully
well,
cool.
if he wants to do that, would be great.
person.
Let me
You
move
know,
around here a sec.
He's been here. You know, you got to throw some wrenches around, Jimmy.
All right.
If you want, throw me a wrench too, and I'll try and help mod for you while I'm drawing.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do the best we can here. Let's get going and let's do a Sporkgirl. And
All
make
right,
your sporks ready.
what type of background was what we needed to do? Because she just was like, "Oh, Sporkgirl. Oh, I can do that." Just
That's right. I'm leaving it up to you this time. Sporkgirl. That's what we're doing. Sexy Sporkgirl. You can figure out what you want to put in it, and if you want to put more color, I would advise you put some color that makes it look a little bit better. She obviously has red on her, so there you go.
Red, white.
Yeah, red
white,
and white.
That's sport.
Red and white, little bits of yellow.
Yeah, a little bit of yellow.
So that's what I would advise you do. Use your imagination. I'm leaving this entirely up to you to play with, and I want to see what comes out of your brains. Currently, I need to go and look at the chat, so give me one moment. I will try to keep talking and not give dead air, because it's bad. It's very bad.
I also
That's very bad.
well, I'm gonna be a dork because I'm trying to come up with a comic book company name for myself because and I think I put it. The best one I can come up with was Dynamo because I suck. Dynamo Comics. That's the
Sporkman, you have been added as a moderator. Let me see if I can find Mr. Ninja. Where are you at? There you are. Fantastic. And Ninja is now a moderator. Wow, we have Flint Amaranth once again showing up. Flint Amaranth, since you are one of those people that keeps showing up, I will give you a moderator status as well, because I like people who are loyal. All right. There we go. Can one of you people please make me a straw poll from the people here? Again, I'm going to run through the names. Tell me when you have a straw poll up and ready as a page, and then I will give you the names one more time. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Gotta go back to the other thing. All right. How many people we have in the chat? I didn't even look. 9 people watching. Fantastic. 4 people likes.
Yay! Thank you for coming.
You guys are awesome for showing up.
well,
Let's see what Humble's doing. Yep, as usual, Humble comes with the color. She definitely loves color, and that vibrancy is great. I like what you finished off when you got that star scooter cycle thing that you made. That was pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of fun. And Illustrator Monk is can see a pretty face taking shape there. Gotta love Illustrator Monk. He's got definite skills. Jay Ashiro, not seeing the whole lot because of the it's not as the light and the
Yeah.
it's off. We'll see what you do. Don't worry about it, man. Just keep your drawing. We'll get to it. And we got Daniel from Tech Corner, Daniel Vega. He's generating a body as he loves the voluptuous women. So if you like girls with curves, Daniel is your man to commission. He certainly loves to make sure that a woman makes an impression. Zenith. Oh, look at this. We got something going on here. Already getting the Spork helmet going. Right on. We got a. I don't know what Ninja's doing because all I see is his icon. He must be goofing with his children.
No, I
or
had to
something.
go and handle some. I had to go handle some children's real quick.
That's the
give
price
them.
you pay. Being a father, you will not be able to take care of business when you need to.
True. Really hard to hold down a job sometimes.
Yeah, tell you what. All right, I'm going to go back to Humble. See what we got going here. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's right. Perfect
Taking
timing.
shape. We're going to have a lot of fun with the Spork Girl or Spork Woman or Sporkina or Sporkette, however we want to go with the Spork name. I think you guys should pick out your own names. I kind of mentioned that in the chat earlier today or yesterday. That you can call her whatever you want as long as the Spork is incorporated into that name. I do expect that this be a sexy Spork girl or female. That's what this channel is about. Cheesecake drawing. For those of you who don't know what cheesecake is, as in the vernacular of art, it means kind of pinup art. The type of art that you would see on the side of a bomber or pinned up in in a locker or something. It's a little cheeky, and they call it cheesecake. For those who don't know, probably everybody here who is in the chat right now, all 9 of us now. We got 9 people. We lost 2 people. Oh well.
Do we know why it's called cheesecake?
That's a good question.
Well,
I don't know. I've never looked it up.
Because people like cheesecake?
because
See if,
cheesecake is rich and delicious and
Fattening?
Creamy.
Yeah.
That might be it. Why is cheesecake art called?
Why is it called cheesecake art?
Yeah.
Why is the sky blue?
The origins of the term cheesecake and beefcake. Now, this is from Neatorama. Take it for granted that this is on the internet, so it could be fallacious. Might not be exactly true because it is the internet. Cheesecake, to describe a sexy, attractive woman flaunting her appeal, is nowadays rather archaic, an archaic term. Likewise, in reference to a hunk with rippling muscles, now also seems rather outdated. Not that sex appeal itself is in any way passe. It's just that new terms and expressions come along into every succeeding generation described. This isn't telling me why the hell this is called this. Okay. Curiously, the term cheesecake in connection with a beautiful woman seems to be a fairly recent term. It's the kind. It has a kind of 1920s or 30s sound to it. But no, cheesecake was used in Britain in the 1660s. Huh. Even then, the term was used to describe an overly sexy or promiscuous woman. It can be found in the poems and songs related to the late times published in 1662. Shortly after Oliver Cromwell died, it was used to regret the occasion of Cromwell driving certain ladies of questionable repute out of town. But it goes against our hearts to lose our cheesecake and our tarts. Oh, so okay.
There we go.
And that they said catchy, huh? So there's a little rhyme there that goes along with it. But the more influential usage was inaugurated more than 250 years later. Fast forward to 1912 when James Cain, a photographer, was working for the New York Journal. One day James was posing an attractive young woman when a breeze blew her skirt up. When more leg than usual came into display, Mr. Cain, who reputedly loved cheesecake, exclaimed, "Wow, this is better than cheesecake." And the universal metaphor was born. Although both sexes have occasionally been seen as sex objects in the eyes of others, For as long as human beings have been around, it probably comes as no surprise to anyone that the male counterpart to cheesecake was coined much later. In October 1949, the Chronicle Telegram in Elrea, Ohio, made the reference to a growing trend in movies. The paper noted that moguls were beginning to realize that the female half of the population enjoyed seeing well-built men. So in the movies, males with muscled chests were increasingly featured stripped to the waist. The Chronicle Telegram reported that the movie cameraman had started to use the term beefcake to describe the phenomenon. From whatever exact source the term derived from, it gained much wider trend after the United States Coast Guard named an United States Coast Guard named Robert Mosley made a weekend tourist visit to Hollywood. Mosley was spotted on an alert agent, Henry Wilson of Vanguard Pictures, and renamed Guy Madison. Madison appeared shirtless in his first movie in 1944. The appearance drew thousands of letters from women and led to a career in television and as a movie star. Hollywood historian Robert Hoffler, in The Man Who Invented Rock Hudson, and D.K. Holm in You'll Never Write a Book in This Town Again, point firmly to show box columnist Sidney, some fucking name.
Some fucking name. I love the way it's like
Slosky, or I think that's how you say it, for the popularization of the term. Slosky used the term beefcake to describe Guy Madison, and this helped the expression in the public arena. So now, when you see Guy Madison in an old picture on AMC or TCM, you'll know his contribution to the world of pop culture and the nomenclature. There you go. That's where cheesecake and beefcake came from. I know you were bored out of your fucking mind, but that's all right.
So basically, cheesecake was just another way to say woo woo.
That's right.
That's pretty much what it sounds like.
But I do
So,
like. I do have to remember. I have to memorize that little rhyme. Yeah. But it goes against our hearts to lose our cheesecakes and our tarts.
I'm trying to watch the chat for you. There's like, according to Sporkman, Sporkette may be the actual term for the female Sporkman.
Spork it.
Sporkette.
That's
Sporkette.
what she
Yes.
said. Come on.
Like,
That's what she said.
Is that correct, Sporkman? Is that the canonical term for
Film
the
sporking.
female?
Hey Chuck, would you like to
Sporkman.
jump in here? Would you like to jump in here? I
True.
can give you a link.
Can we get him a link? That would be sweet.
Let me give Chuck a link. Because we like Chuck. Don't we like Chuck? We do like Chuck.
Heck yeah. He is one of my favorite people in the world.
You guys are doing awesome, by the way. I know I'm making
This chicken scratch that I've produced is awesome.
There you go, Chuck. We can have a co-host for a little bit.
That would be nice to have a co-host, since our normal co-host, I don't know, dropped out on us. I don't know what happened.
No,
I'm gonna have to give him sassles.
He's working on something. I don't have any problem with him doing that. I want him to get it done. So I'm not going to talk about what
But
it
I
is.
like to give him a hard time sometimes.
Well,
I like to give our co-host a hard time.
I'm not one to not hold back on Matthew, as you know.
You can see he's on the toilet.
Really
It's fine.
good guy. He's a really good guy. And
He's
I
on the
love
toilet.
him.
I give him plenty of shit, so that's not unusual.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Chuck.
All right. Hey, Chuck.
So can't stay too long. I got an early day tomorrow, but I just wanted to stop in, show support for Slick and everybody.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, I white boxed Humble Marty for quite a while.
That's okay.
You were on
It's not terrible, but I mean, that was what I did that whole spiel about cheesecake and beefcake. You guys got to watch Humble Marty create her young lady, her young sporkette or whatever.
Well, I can't can't be mad at you. Humble Marty's a heck of an artist.
She's doing a good job. Like I say, I really enjoy the fact that every time she comes in, she brings the color, she brings the vibrancy, and she brings the estrogen as well. But we have Ginger tonight too, so that's a double portion of estrogen, which is unusual.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, that's actually now we have our art team here. Ginger is our colorist, and Jay Oshiro is the letterist if we get funded.
Fantastic.
So
To fund it. Let's make this happen.
It's a very sporkish night tonight.
for sure. Hey, I can't be blessed with a better team. You know, I love Jay's work, what he does on there on Case File Arkham, and Ginger's colors and her art is just unbelievable. If anybody, you need to commission somebody to do work, Ginger, I highly recommend her. She gets 10 hands up because she is just unbelievable. You know, what she did with our commission piece there, she's very underrated. She needs to get more prop and more commissions.
That's definitely yes on that. We got 10 people watching currently. We have 8 likes. Thank you very much for the likes. Much appreciated. And you 10 people who have showed up, I really do appreciate you in the chat. And let's see what you have to say. Well, it hasn't moved much since Chuck put his last thing in there. But there we go.
Rumble scared him off.
Uh-oh.
Drinking.
Wayward Hangout. Oh, Flit Amaranth talks to me directly. Can you ask Marty why she starts with colored lines instead of with black and white lines? It's interesting. So just curious.
I do it so that I don't stick the lines on the wrong layer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Otherwise, I end up accidentally leaving like half of my piece.
Yeah, I've done that before. That's why I use a blue line color when I do stuff. It's like, and if I have to change the color to like a different color so I don't fuck it up again, that's usually what I do because I've done that several times. So
I understand. Well, that's cool, Marty. That makes sense now that you put it out there.
See, and all you aspiring artists out there, that's some technique, hints, to give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks out there. Anybody who's paying attention.
I'm an amateur artist, and maybe someday when there's very few people that show up, I might try my hand at putting something out. But as long as we have plenty of artists, I'm going to leave it to your capable hands instead of mine. So
Well, I'm not really an artist. That's actually why I wanted to do this.
that's all right. We don't
well,
have
everybody can be an artist. They just if they try.
Artists, art is actually in the beholder's interpretation.
Yeah, this is there's a dude who's like, oh, well, I'm going to college for this. You don't need to go to college. It's like, if you want to learn about something specific, go take a work class, a workshop, something, but don't go to a college for it because you're gonna end up like in $60,000 to $80,000 in debt, and then you'll have nothing to show for it.
But blue hair and piercings.
Right?
Nice.
Speaking from experience, huh, there, Mr. Marvel.
I'm in the zone. That's all. Sorry, guy. I'm not that talkative when I'm drawing.
It happens. I know.
Yeah.
It gets
You get silent. You get in that zone.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually 2 seconds away from just scrapping this and starting again. Like, what you guys are gonna get to see is how much I throw away stuff before I'm like, all right, I like that.
It's all right. I've done it. Once upon a time, I used to do that too, and I will go to paper like there's no tomorrow. This is why I like to stick with digital because I fuck up. I don't. I'm not throwing away countless amounts of paper trying to do my fuck up.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm actually thankful I didn't hand draw tonight. I was gonna, but that would have just been a lot of crumpled paper.
Well, you guys, whatever.
Especially when I'm trying to design something original.
Whatever your process is, just do your best. That's all I ask. And I appreciate you. Like I said, I appreciate your skills because as somebody who has a little bit of artistic talent, I know what it takes to have a lot of artistic talent because I've worked with a lot of artists in my day, and it's a lot of fun to see stuff just kind of appear on paper that usually takes me like an hour and a half. You watch somebody who's good at it, and all of a sudden, 15 minutes later, you're like, "That's pretty damn good."
Well, that's okay then.
Yeah, it's fun to watch this stuff to take shape. I like watching a lot of the streams that have the art on the in our community, and it's good to see that there's a lot of talent out there, and you guys are just one. You're representative of that, so it's very cool. Let's see if
You guys
anybody's
like
talking.
trains?
What? Do you like
You
trains?
guys like trains? I'm gonna mute
Oh,
myself.
there's another one about to come in.
Chugga. So who we got? We got 9 watching now. 10 likes. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
11. You got 11 likes.
I see it
We got
now.
11 likes.
Yeah.
Cat, I got my cat up in my face right now. You need to go away. Go away. Go away.
Kitty.
Not unusual.
It's not unusual to be accosted by my cat.
Not unusual.
And speaking of that, now mine just comes right up and starts doing the same thing.
They're in cahoots, man.
Yep. That's that cat language. They can talk millions of miles away from each other.
Well, there's not much talk in the chat currently, but appreciate
Fortunately, I only own a
Hanging in there.
rat. The worst I get is nibbling on my toenails.
nibbling on toenails.
Well, back in my old apartment, there was a stray cat that likes to come by, and then I got to the point where I started feeding it, and then so every once in a while, I would come down from my because it was a townhouse, so I would come down from upstairs, and I see this cat. He's just like poof, right on the screen door. I'm like, what the hell are you?
Once upon a time back in the day, I was a missionary for the Mormon Church, and regardless of that state of affairs, there's a guy that we were talking with, and he has I don't know if you guys have ever seen a Maine Coon. You guys ever heard of that kind of cat?
Yeah.
Well, I was leaning against this guy's name is Russ, and I was leaning against his old station wagon. And behind me, I hear this huge thump on the hood of the front of the car. And I turn around, and there's a cat. It's the biggest cat I've ever seen in my life. And he was like a fluffy ginger tabby, but they called him Garfield. And holy crap, was that cat big!
He looked like real Garfield.
He looked like twice Garfield. He wasn't really fat. He was just big.
Big.
And
Maine Coons, and they get big.
They get really big. Like
Yep.
I've seen smaller ones, but he's the biggest one I've ever seen. And when I picked him up, and I'm not a small man, but when I picked him up, like he was draped across the front of me, and Russ said that he terrorized the Doberman pincers down the street. So
How the?
Yeah, he's a big ass cat. Yeah, that was a lot of fun stuff on serving a mission. It can be real boring, but it's a bunch of teenage boys essentially, and they're not out on spring break, but they're.
But I'll tell you what, if the missionaries come to your house and you ask them if they want to play Double Dragon, they'll let you play. They'll play with you.
Yeah, they'll get distracted pretty easily.
I used to love when they used to come to the house.
Yeah.
It's like another fire in France again.
Oh, shit.
Where?
Palace of Versailles.
Holy shit!
Again?
Yep.
This is
They're gonna claim this one's an accident too.
Yeah. So it's no longer an accident. Someone's.
Well, there were some other reports where the other people were burning other churches down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
So the palace survive? Is it like a total loss, or is it just part of it?
Right now the cops are right there. They're basically saying it's the residence where the French kings lived.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, nope. They just like it looks like they're on site right now. So let me just see if there's any update here.
Oh man, it's a beautiful place full of art. It's this beautiful palace. I mean, it is kind of indicative of the excess of the French monarch, but it would be a horrible thing to lose. And if this is something that's happening in France all the time, I
Yeah,
don't know.
nothing on as of right now. I'm not seeing anything on any news channel with this, but it is on Twitter. Somebody actually is filming it right now.
I hope they have the water. I hope they get the water in there. I hate to see all the damage, but they can rebuild that stuff. But to lose the art, that's the stuff you can't get back. Jeez. That makes me sad, man. It's gonna know the Louvre will be burning down.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Jinx it now.
Heard about,
I'm pretty
about
sure they already thought about
going
that.
in with trucks and spraying government buildings with
They already
shit,
thought
right?
about it.
I'm pretty, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not going to join in because I'm just going to take it in one direction. Because I have a really strong opinion about all that's going on over there. But I'm pretty sure whoever's doing it, because someone is doing it on purpose, I'm pretty sure they've thought of every single place they're going to get. And all of the significance it has to the history of Western civilization.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my 2 cents, and I'm going to draw.
I think more people agree with you than you imagine.
Back to you.
I know, but
This is what
I got to learn to shut my mouth because I got to be a good boy for a couple weeks.
This
Because
is
we're
what
here to have fun and
Oh,
do
yeah, that's right.
what Amaranth says to this topic. It's probably apropos. Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is a conspiracy. Just saying. That's what Flit Amaranth said, and that's actually, yeah. I have to agree with that. So we shall see. Let's not dwell on that too much. At least our homes are not on fire as of yet. So let's be thankful for that. So let me go back to the page because did I leave you anybody white boxed? No, I didn't. Good.
I didn't even know I was white boxed, but oh well.
Well, you were white box at first. I'm trying not to leave when I go and look at the chat to leave anybody white boxed because then that's all they see. We got 7 still watching. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. And I hope we're entertaining you 7, you stalwart 7. Look at the boobs that Daniel is doing. Straight up on the boobs. And
Yay, got a figure.
You got to figure.
Daniel always does good boobs.
Thank you.
So is
I mean,
Ginger
Bob.
able
I
to
mean,
talk to
Bob.
us, or is she like in a different place?
No, she's right here. She can't hear anything that's happening.
Oh, really? All right. Well,
But
tell her
if you,
thank you for showing up and
okay.
doing the drawing for us. It's looking good.
Tell
Excited to see
Ginger her
what.
coloring is amazing. Dadgummit.
Yeah,
I'm on it. I'm on it like Blue Bonnet.
As
On it like
Beth
Blue
says, you're a prospector. At least at this
Okay.
moment.
Now she knows.
She's getting a restraining order already, man.
We got 3 hand-drawn ones currently, and the one's being done by Illustrator Monk, one by J. Cheryl Finney, and one by Mr. Marvel, Troy Torres. Did Rumble Terrier do me a straw poll? Is he still out there?
I think he went to get himself drunk again.
Oh boy.
So Rumble Terrier went to go rumble?
Does somebody in the chat who's a moderator, could you please do a straw
Chuck,
poll?
do you know how to do a straw polls?
Not really, but I'm looking it up. So
I do not know how to do those things.
Dude, straw poll. Just Google straw poll, it usually brings up the strawpoll.com.
Yeah, I'm looking here, so I gotta. Okay, allow them all.
I would do it myself, but when I do, then I go real quiet as I try to write because it's very hard for me to multitask that way.
Huh.
you know,
Asking, do you gotta fucking everything up all at once?
It's been a while, Jimmy. How's the book going?
So how
What
do
was
I
that?
add? I gotta figure out how to add more people in here.
It's been a while. How's your book going?
My book?
Yeah.
I'm working on well, the book itself is
Marty's having fun.
Yeah. Well, we can tell, man.
and it's taking a long time. So and then the secondary, the second episode I'm working on currently writing it. I needed to modify some things, and I had it written, and then on a second viewing or a third viewing, I thought that some things needed to be adjusted. So that's another project I'm currently working on at the same time. As soon as we get all the pages done and lettered, of course, we will put them together in a file and put all the other extra artwork in the gallery and put together the book and get it to the printer. I hope that'll be sooner than later. I'm learning that the process is much more involved than I previously anticipated. If that's the best way.
Getting it through the printer.
The printer, not so much. I probably can handle. I'm probably gonna go through Kraken. I've heard some people talk some smack about them lately, but they have talked.
Kraken. Talking smack on Kraken.
We have
No, never.
we were Kraken once and had much better experience with Print Ninja.
With Print, well, the thing is I'm trying to get like a foil thing on the cover, and Print Ninja doesn't do that, which is frustrating. And I also wanted a pull out centerfold poster that I promised as one of the stretch goals, and they don't do that at Print Ninja either. So yeah, there you go. Kraken. I've heard some people talk some ill things about them lately, but they did get back with me, so we'll see. I hope things will go forward swimmingly. If not, I will have to make some adjustments.
Kraken was bad. We just found that their quality service was a little lacking, and the turnaround wasn't nearly as good as they had claimed. That was our experience.
Well, I mean, like that may be the case. I do need to find somebody that can equitably give me those things that I need. Locally around here, I have not been able to find that. It's been very expensive around here. When
Okay, so we should have 7, right?
What was that?
We should have 7 people, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go dueling Hummers.
You guys are gonna make me turn on music.
Then we get.
I'll turn on. No, listen. I'll turn on royalty-free music. Don't worry. No, I know a guy. That does royalty-free music on YouTube. His name is Technox. You guys need to hit him up if you guys need free music for your projects. Like if you guys want to do a video with music behind it. Free music from Technox. Royalty-free music.
Okay, this is not the final form of this piece, but I just did it just to get the color blocked in.
She's definitely got some Sugar Lightspeed hair going on there.
I haven't done Sugar Lightspeed in a while. The last one wasn't as up to par, so I was like, well, let's do a Sugar Spork. That's what your name is, Sugar Spork.
Sugar Lightspeed. That's Chuck, you need to write that down.
Hey, Jimmy, just out of curiosity, how much time do us artists have yet to complete our sweet spork ladies?
You have an hour and 26 minutes.
Oh wow, I might actually be done quicker than that.
Wow, dude. Yeah, I think I might get this done, and Chuck will have something really cool to add as a perk to his campaign.
Yeah, speaking of, by the way, I'm going to be, if you guys are all welcomed, I'm going to be putting your art into the trade.
Cool.
Ooh.
You sure you want to do that with mine?
Yeah, Jay, you know it, Jay.
I just want you to know, Chuck, you made me instantly hate this and feel it's not good enough.
yeah, you already got. Yeah, well, you already got me something here. So, that piece you just sent me earlier is what's going in. By the way,
Thank you.
Hey, I wasn't happy with my last piece, and I redid it.
Well, Amaranth does like Sugar Light Spork.
And Jim was like, "You didn't have to." I was like, "Okay, no, I wanted to."
Yeah, that's everybody's art is coming out pretty good. I like it.
Oh, so you put the straw pull up?
Yeah.
Sporkman put the straw pull up already. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it again for a bit.
Oh, okay.
We have to wait until everything's done, and then they can.
Yeah, because we're not there yet.
I should have been more clear about that. But, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I just noticed that Flint Amaranth in the chat had to agree with me about Technoax. I mean, even if you just want some cool beats that you just want to like download and listen to while you're driving, check it out. As much as Slick entertains you guys,
yeah, right. Yeah,
this guy does the same deal, except for.
So usually when we have Matt, like I can just kind of throw it to Matt, and all of a sudden his snappy patter comes out, and I'm a stammering, stuttering some bitch, you know how it is. So
sure.
Well, at least you're not howling with the moon. So
we lost somebody.
We did.
We did. Who did we lose?
We lost. Wait a minute. We're full of shit.
No, we still have 7 people.
Oh, I see. My computer was acting funny.
3, 4, 5. No, hold on. Yeah, we have Humble, Illustrator, Jay Shiro, Mr. Marvel, The Tech, Daniel Vega, Zeno, and your friendly neighborhood ninja.
All right, we're good. We're all right. Got the lucky 7 there. So
That's right, sir.
a magnificent 7. Still got 9 people watching. Thank you for still hanging out. Appreciate it. Maybe I should put this out on Twitter, see if anybody wants to jump in.
I did shout out on Twitter. Hopefully people will see it and tune in quick or catch the replay.
Do you have 15 likes? 10 people watching now. 10 people just somebody jump back on. Who's this? Naruto. No, what the hell? Naruto.
Oh, hey, guess.
And,
that's one of my clients.
Okay. I voted, but it says there are no votes. Yes. I'm sorry.
Sorry, dude. They threw it out a little too early, man.
Yeah, don't.
Amaranth. Wanpool's still active at the moment. It's still
that's right.
demand.
I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Yep.
It's all good because we love our Sporkman. So make sure you drop those links. Yeah. It's hard to draw and drop links. And mute myself when trains come.
Okay, man. Yes, you can just call me by my first name. Everybody else does it here, so.
Danny Vegas.
Yeah,
Danny Vegas.
I really want to get funded because I really want to get both Jay and Ginger. I want to get them, some work. Get them paid.
Oh, I need work too.
Ginger would appreciate that.
For sure, for sure.
Ginger Spork, Sporkette, Sporkina,
Sporkinitis.
Sporkgirl.
She's looking pretty good. She's color's popping. There we go.
Just coming along.
Oh, do I see a Monkey Pond behind there?
You do.
Oh, snap. Well, see, I would see the female version. The Monkey Pond would probably love the female version of Spork. That doesn't mean she likes him, the Monkey Pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a Twitter Monks girl's coming along pretty good. She's dark haired, as opposed to the other girl, the Humble Marty's, who looks very much like my Sugar Lightspeed. We got different Spork girls. I like that. I like the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I know the real color of Sporkman's actual hair.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm not going to tell anyone until I start coloring, because then you'll
One of these
obviously
days,
know.
we need to convince Chuck and the crew to come up with a backstory for Spork, so we know who the fuck that guy is.
But the whole point is he's more interesting not knowing what his background is. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, but that's fine.
Yeah, we don't need to do a Wolverine.
The air
True.
of
Yeah,
Spork.
sometimes it is better, because do you really want to know that Sporkman's real name is James Howlett? I'm screwing off right now. That's not his real name.
His parents were murdered in Crime Alley. He fell into a cave and saw a stork, and it horrified him to life.
The
After that,
sporks
he
were part of him
died
ever
of
since he was a
stork.
little kid.
I just,
They were bone sporks. They were bone sporks back then.
I just thought
Both
Sporkman
sporks.
was like, you know,
Both sports, yes.
I think he was
Oh
a
my
fed up fry cook at KFC.
Well, here's the thing, though, Slick. If you read the comic, you actually do get some of Sporkman's background. Am I correct, Ninja?
Well, it is true. If you guys want to know some origin stuff, then you have to back Sporkman. You have to go out there and you have to get these comics. Okay? I'm assuming that most of the people that are tuning in enjoy good comics, right? They really like to have that good comic in their hand to be able to enjoy for all time.
Well, they can get my comic right now. It's on my website.
Yeah, and you can also go and back Sporkman. Goes to Japan right now. You can back that right now, and you can have that.
You can get conventions right now, too.
It's true.
Yep. Our publisher, Wicked Publishing.
It's true. And we got that wand pool that's also available. And I have to say, Sugar Lightspeed is also available right now. Revengers Forever. Go out there right now and back these three comics right now.
What's your book, Daniel? What's your book called?
Oh, Shadow Crown Tales of the Seven. You can actually find it on my website, vegadesigns.squarespace.com.
All right, let's pull a link up for him.
And let me pull the link, because I am still.
No.
Shout outs right now to Flint Amaranth.
Right.
Using that wrench very efficiently. Good job, Flint. Thank you. Sorry for interjecting.
If you guys do want to pick up Little Girl Lethal, it is still in demand. I mean, I'm willing to throw that out there, and then we will get you a very sexy comic. It's not like Sporkman. Sporkman is much more all ages. Everybody in the whole family.
I actually freaked out all of my family this Easter when I told them that I got sexy comic books.
You could use them as stocking stuffers. I wouldn't mind. Just make sure kids don't see them. That's all.
Well,
I do.
it was during a story when they were talking about missionaries coming to the door, and one of the things he was like, "Okay, I'll read your book for 5 minutes." Then he says, that means you read mine for 5 minutes."
Is this Mormon missionaries at the door?
No, more like the Jehovah Witnesses.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
I don't mind the Mormons coming
They're
in.
called
I
pioneers.
don't mind that in the least.
The part that made it funny was after he'd read at least 5 minutes of one of their books, like they have like supplementary brochures upon brochures, he went over into a secret stash and brought out Playboy Bunny. You could say those missionaries weren't there anymore.
Well, you gotta get your spiritual sacred text from somewhere, I guess. Hugh Hefner was a prophet of a sort, I suppose.
I don't know. It's amazing what stories you hear from people after they had a few beers.
Yeah. Or a little bit of ecstasy.
Wow.
That was pretty.
Didn't expect to hear that from you, but this is true.
Well, I've been out in the West Desert before at a rave, and ecstasy was very plentiful there, and people were, rubbing the furry walls, I guess is the best way to put it.
Furry walls.
Wow.
That's
I love it.
the graphic right there. But okay.
It's weird. It's really weird when you have a girl and her boyfriend rubbing up on you, and you're like, yeah, I don't know who you guys are.
Sounds like a good night.
Well, I'm not one to take ecstasy or imbibe those sort of things, and so I was kind of out there. I'm always the designated. Well, it was. Now I'm old. But back then, yeah. Now I was the designated driver on many an occasion. So yeah, it was interesting to go to a place where they'd set up out in the middle of you go on the other side of the west side of the Great Salt Lake. They have salt flats, right? So out in the middle of the salt flats, somebody would set up a generator, and then they'd cord it like a quarter mile away, and then they have all the lights and stuff for the rave right in the center, out in the middle of this just barren flat spot. And they'd charge a lot of money for water.
Because it's the desert.
Mm-hmm. That's the same thing. If you go to Burning Man, bring your own water. Just saying. Otherwise, you're going to be paying through the nose. Ten people watching currently. 15 likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Flit Amaranth says, check out Vega Designs and Shattered Crown Tales of the Seven. He put up a link to your thing.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Yeah, thank you, Flit. Much appreciated. Bullet has shown up.
And actually, Giz, are you still there, dude? Giz is actually one of my moderators on my Discord forum. If you want to join my Discord, he can get you the link to it. Just be aware that we do talk about not safe for work stuff. So if you join, be aware that you're gonna run into some weird conversations.
I mean, you'll talk about copious body secretions while in.
Oh, you're the one that said that, man. I was trying to keep it PG-13 in here.
Here on the Cheesecake Challenge?
Trying to, anyway.
Well, I've said the F word on multiple occasions.
I'm not innocent either, but I was trying to not get you, in trouble.
It's all right. I don't think anybody's listening to that much extent from the higher ups. So, unless somebody in the chat wants to report me for being a bad boy.
There's they can just oof, that's actually a good one. See, that's why you're here, dude. That's a good question. Now that I think about it, I don't know how to get the links to
So,
people.
this is what Naruto 85 says. What? If I post the link, it will be public. So
Yeah,
you might want to be careful throwing out your shit.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, if you would like to, I guess send a message to him. I don't know. That's a good question. Now I have a Discord link, but I don't know how to send it to people without getting in trouble. Or without getting the wrong type of people, because then I'm gonna get people I don't want on there.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, okay. Well, I won't suggest that again. Damn it.
All right, let's take another look at what we got going on. Humble Marty. Ooh, got some lips going on. They're going to be shiny. They're going to be all lip glossed. Let's hope.
It's a
Can we send private messages on YouTube anymore?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Then we got Illustrator Monk. He's starting to ink. It's looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Not just starting. I think he's well on his way currently. Jay Shiro is into the inks too. He's got a very funky looking Sporkgirl.
I'm sorry. I think what happens is that I'm over here thinking pick Ardo, because pick Ardo you're allowed to send private messages.
Let's see. And Troy Torres, definitely a sexy Spork lady.
Well, if somebody can let guess know. Yeah, you don't have to call him Naruto. It's just guess.
Okay.
So, and he's one of the mods on my Discord. So.
Apparently, he likes Naruto. Unless I'm mistaken. Got Daniel doing a very Sporkman-esque Spork woman. Nice job. And Ginger looks like she's pretty much getting finished up. Maybe not really.
No, I think she's got a way to go yet.
She's got a way to go. All right, it's looking nice. Like it. Nice color palette. And then we got your friendly neighborhood ninja. Very dynamic pose for his Spork lady. Very dynamic.
For my lady Spork.
Very Sporknamic.
The Spork lady of the night.
No worries, guess. I think you can change the name if you go into your settings.
You talking to your mate there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If it says
longhand or Naruto.
Yeah, just call it guess. Guess.
Does that mean there are 85 other Narutos?
I no.
Or were you born in 85? And just
I was thinking about how you summoned Beetlejuice. Yeah, but I don't think that works on Naruto, sir.
There we go.
If that did, we'd end up having him running down from the nearest ramen shop.
Right?
Don't start talking about food, because I'm kind of hungry right now, and I can't go and cook anything because I'm doing this thing. Truth is, now you can order anything now with Grubhub and it's like you can what do you want? You can get it as long as
Call it in.
Well, Utah doesn't have a lot of late night shit. Probably get Danny's or something like that. IHOP.
The problem is it gets expensive by the time you add the delivery and the tip charge and stuff like that.
I gave up on that background. I don't like that background. So I just leave it in smoke.
What backgrounds are we doing? It's just up
Do we
to
have
us.
to do a background?
That's up to you, man. That's up to you. If you're feeling adventurous or ambitious, go for it.
Well, let's see how fast I can get these colors.
There we
It's
go.
very
Now that kissed
cool.
her.
I think we were having some good entries tonight. They're looking pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spork is going to be happy to put these in his book. titillate his readers. You might have to change the all ages thing though a little bit. Who knows? You know,
Yeah, no, none of this is over too risque.
put
So
a parental advisory on it. You know, maybe a
Well, there's no nudity.
maybe a
So far,
biohazard.
no nudity.
You never know.
Maybe put in like a watershed page.
Picture of a watershed. What?
Just to mess with you, man.
Wayward took off. Sorry to see you go there, buddy. He's heading out,
Well,
Later, Wayward.
hitting the hay, sacking the rack.
So what's interesting about Humble Marty and about Illustrator Monk, both of them are actually very close to what the original design of Sporkman looked like on certain things.
wow, really?
Yep.
So Sporkman originally had.
No, he actually
I realized that.
in terms of the gauntlets, he actually had a full sport gauntlets on his arms and stuff like that.
Oh. I was like, Sporkman was really just sport trap. What are you talking about?
Hey, maybe he was. You know, it's 2019. We came out.
Now I want a sport trap.
Sport trap.
Spork rat.
Okay, that's going a little too far.
Well, not now. I'm not gonna right now, but you're done. It's happening.
And it's definitely going to have feet involved with it too.
You're lucky I almost drew her barefoot. And I was like, this isn't for me, it's for Chuck.
If anybody wants to
Actually,
make
some-
Troy very happy, send pictures of feet. That's all.
Feet.
Female feet. Don't send men feet.
You gotta clarify that there.
Send pictures of Brie Larson's feet.
Oh,
And-
No, please no. Those are just
have you ever seen pictures of Marilyn Monroe's feet? She had hammer toe.
yeah.
No one's asking for those.
No one asked for that unrelevant information, but okay.
Well, I used to these big cardboard cutouts of Miss Monroe, and it's usually the one where she's gotten her dress blown up, and you usually could see her feet, and that she was in little like toeless shoes, and she's turned in one of them. That they had this image, and I looked down. I remember looking down and going, "What's wrong with her feet?" And then later on, he explained to me, like when your toes are like bent up because you wear small shoes to like crunch your toes up. That's what women do, and I guess back in the day, maybe they still do it to wear smaller shoes so their feet look dainty. You'll end up having hammer toe. Your toes will bend down, and she had that. Beautiful woman, fucking hammer toe.
Yep.
Yeah, ugly feet. You ain't gonna put those in your mouth.
Well,
I mean,
I'll
it's
tell you-
Marilyn Monroe. You still did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, understand something. Like, at that point, it was like, oh,
get that
well,
foot,
it's Marilyn
like, 2
Monroe.
inches through your face, and all of a sudden you'd be like, stop.
Well,
You'd be like,
Like, you know what I mean? Because
second
it's
thought.
like,
Why are you looking at her feet?
it's Marilyn Monroe. You definitely do that to Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
Because it's Marilyn Monroe.
We reject your logic and substitute it for our own.
I knew this girl-
Hey, I'd have one. I mean, you can, but I'd have one hell of a fucking story for my buddies.
I knew this
Hey, bro, you're never gonna believe what I did. You know what I mean?
I knew this girl Tracy back in the day. She was about. She went to Juilliard School, in New York City, and then she ended up dancing in the Amsterdam Ballet, and she'd always been kind of a dancer back in school. And so when me and my friend, my first time over to Europe, we flew into Amsterdam and we stayed with her and her flatmates a couple nights because. For free, and they didn't mind us bedding down there. And I ended up rubbing her feet, and she was very grateful because she said most people don't want to touch her feet because if you've ever seen a ballerina, they beat the living shit out of their feet.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
they're just hammered, like just destroyed. Like they're flat, like their feet are flat, their toes are.
I think
And,
I missed something. I thought you were still talking about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
No,
Like, what?
No, Marilyn Monroe, like she got it from like putting on too small shoes. This is from actually standing on your toes because
Yeah.
they dance on their toes.
I was
And
thinking that I didn't think you were that old.
No. Just, no.
Yeah, if he was that old, he wouldn't be here.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing, like, she was this beautiful girl, beautiful like sylvan type of lithe young lady with feet that looked like they'd been hit with hammers. It was crazy.
Damn, that's a shame.
But she
Dr.
was very
Jimmy.
used to me rubbing her feet, if you know what I mean. So, there you go.
And she was flexible as all hell, so it didn't matter.
She was very, very flexible.
Ooh.
That's why Slick was all like, "Yo, let me get up on those feet."
Yo, give me them feet, girl.
Yo, I don't care about your hammer toes.
We took them feet, girl.
No, I didn't. Like, I actually got all this stuff, and I soaked her feet and rubbed her feet off, and made. I didn't care. I don't care.
Why Jimmy is a good guy.
But like,
Ladies, you hear that?
totally
Jimmy's
callous.
a good guy. He'll rub your feet.
They look like she was an old, like, old people usually get like corns and shit, that sort of stuff. She had just calluses everywhere.
Ah,
Yeah,
you're a
we
good
don't
guy.
wanna
Yeah.
You're a good.
Well, no, she was affectionate back, so tit for tat.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, I gotta switch to my phone. I'll be right back.
All right, bro.
Got Risey in the chat. Hey, Risey, what's up, bro?
He's gonna be looking for train noises.
Toot
So I guess I can't mute myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto 85. Just call me Grease.
Yes. Yes. You misspelled your own name, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, 13 in the chat currently. Lucky 13 in the chat.
Damn right.
All right, I'm gonna go back to. I said it on Humble again. They've just been watching.
Hi.
I don't know. It just happens that way. Did we lose somebody?
He's got that believe he's got that always kind of women first. I guess it's just one of those things. A chivalrous man always puts ladies first.
Respect the women.
Marty, you should feel really good.
Okay.
What are you saying there, Mr. Mama?
I say you gotta respect them women.
So respect the women.
You gotta respect the women.
I will respect the women.
The Whammons?
The women's.
The Whammons.
You gotta
I'm
respect
sorry.
them women.
It sounds like Elmer
Whammon.
Fudd. It's Wascally Whammon season.
It's
Whammon season, yes.
Whammon
It
season.
is whammon season. It is indeed whammon season.
Somebody needs to make that meme. Whammon season.
What? Because it's like, oh, it's dick season. It's whammon season. It's dick season. It's whammon season. I love it. Oh, yes.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting whammon.
That's Joe Biden's
Definitely Joe
pitch
Biden.
for 2020.
Joe Biden has Elmer Fudd, yes.
Joe Biden
Be very, very quiet. I'm sniffing whammon.
sniffing whammon.
The hell is that?
Isn't that weird? Like, you can see him do that too. I've never gone up behind someone and gone.
I know.
Never
That's
done
the
that. I've
weirdest
never
thing
done
I've
that in
ever
my life.
seen. I'm like,
I wouldn't do that to some girl I'm with. I wouldn't be doing.
I mean, I
My hand
walked
on the
up and
shoulder, just
smelled a girl's hair.
and go. Oh,
I mean,
Like, I mean,
smelled my wife before and stuff, but I've never gone up to somebody
Yeah, you know-
that I'm just meeting and been like,
Well, it seems like he does it to like.
yeah,
like
you don't do it to a
12-year-olds.
stranger.
What are you
We're
doing?
especially minors.
Yeah, you do it to your wife when she comes out after she washed her hair. You know what I mean? Like your wife comes out of the shower, her hair smells great. You go, "Oh wow, you smell great," and then you intend to make her dirty again.
Oh,
Yes, same energy.
You know what I mean? Like that's when you do it to your wife when her hair smells great, and you intend to, show her how much you care.
True.
Every part of their body. Make your life
It's
for
the
the boy.
family stream.
Oh yeah, it is.
What? I didn't say anything improper. I used very good terms. I'm on good boy status. I'm not gonna say anything wrong. Do nothing wrong. I'm good boy for a bit.
Flit Amaret says, that's gold. Someone get on that. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
The Wascally Whammon season.
Oh, yeah, the Wascally Wabbin. Yeah. Definitely somebody has to do that meme. That has to be done.
kill the wabbit. Kill the
Kill the
wabbit.
put a whammon.
Belly quiet. I'm hunting Whammon.
Whammon.
Ah.
To the whammon. That's in public domain, so I can sing that all I want. Yeah, that's Wagner.
Looney Tunes stuff? Can we?
What?
Oh, never mind.
What are you going on about? Tech?
You said something about public domain. I didn't.
Yeah. Classical music is public domain. You can sing it all you like.
Oh, okay.
Because it's over like 150 years old.
And it's not owned by Disney.
At least not yet.
Not yet, anyways.
They're gonna find a way.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, let's buy the image of the Mona Lisa. That's ours. We really like Mozart. We're just gonna buy his entire canon. You assholes!
They're gonna repaint the Mona Lisa into Brie Larson.
Oh,
Definitely.
God.
Oh, same face,
See,
Same
then we
face.
can burn it.
same energy.
Same energy. 0 fucks. I don't want to be here.
The
Same fucking energy. I love it.
The air fried chicken face?
Hey, Jimmy, check the chat. Check the chat.
Check the
Yeah, it
chat.
looks like we
Check
got
the chat, sir.
14 people. We got 14 now. Oh, look, Edwin Boyette. Aloha, Edwin Boyette.
How's it going, sir?
Aloha.
Great to see you.
I don't mean to offend you, but we probably will start talking about very salacious things here. So just a warning, sir.
Yeah, like Elmer Fudd.
Yes,
Whammon season, kid. It's whammon season.
Hunting the whammon.
But
loves the whammon.
Yeah, I'll put aloha there for Edwin just because I feel like being Hawaiian or Polynesian. Yeah, aloha.
Edwin's a good guy.
He just just popped in for a second, so.
But look, still got mad props for that guy.
No worries, dude.
He's a pretty good sport sometimes, I have to say.
Okay.
Mr. Boyette, we got nothing but love for you.
He's probably the only person in this kind of sphere that I've never seen lose their cool at all.
Let's see here.
Well, I lose my cool all the time. You just don't see it.
Well,
I mean, that's like my whole shtick. Like losing my cool and being irrational. So I do it quite often. People like it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better with these freaking
Enjoyable to
clouds.
watch.
Just wait a little while and Troy will blow his top and there'll be like gray matter everywhere. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean that, pretty much that.
So how's your kid doing there, Troy?
She's actually doing really, really good. She's a good kid. Like me and her mom, like we work really hard for her to have like a nice cushy life. So she doesn't know anything like bad. She is a, you know what I mean? So she's like a really genuinely good kid and like becoming a good person. And it like, that's the greatest thing you can ask for, to watch a kid like become a good person, you know?
Oh.
And she's definitely getting there.
That's good to hear.
Don't let her near the internet.
I always say that you can
Yeah,
usually,
for the next 17 years, don't let her near the internet.
you can usually judge a person by their children. Not always, but for the most part. If their children are good, then there's probably something they're doing right.
Oh shit! Well then, my brother sucks.
I've noticed that. I mean, where I come from, there's a lot of children. Mormons are notorious for their propagation of this. And I've been around a lot of children all my life, and I've seen some parents that, holy crap, they just let their kids
Do whatever.
Do whatever. And then there are other ones that teach them how to be good citizens, I guess is the best way to put it. Good people.
Yes.
And then that once that happens, even if they have problems, if the parents have problems, there's something going right by the actions of the children most of the time. But again, there are exceptions to the rule. My best friend's family, they have 8 kids, and of the 8 kids, most of them are great, but they just got one, and he decided to go. I'm not kidding. Be a wizard.
What?
Sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's an option, shit.
Like, I mean, like LARPing or like actual, like a wizard?
Like
Or
he
wizard.
thinks he's a wizard.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to respect that.
And if he wants to, he casts spells. He doesn't know anything about actual Wiccan or anything. He just makes up his spells as he goes along.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
It's interesting. He finds something in the trash or alongside the road, and then he decides that's a talisman.
That's some real magic right there.
Yeah.
Real magic.
Real
You guys
magic.
are just mad because you guys don't know magic.
Meditation or help is what you're saying.
He's a good kid. I think he's done way too many drugs and burned a few brain cells.
No, that's not true. I've burnt many brain cells, and I do not pick up talismans.
Well,
I mean, I want to. I can recognize a talisman, but I wouldn't pick it.
there's always tomorrow.
It's funny because it's true. Oh, that's a real talisman over there. Fuck it, I'm not picking it up.
Yeah, I'm not picking that shit up. I'm a grown man.
If somebody sees me bend over to pick up this talisman, I'm gonna get shit for it.
Yes. Like, I can't even.
I went to the antique store and they have all these old rings and shit, and I wanted to find one, and so I found a silver one. It was relatively expensive, but he's like my brother. Like the whole family's like my family, and I hadn't given him something for years that was have anything note other than like, here's a piece of cake, So I gave him this ring, and as soon as he opened up the box, he says, "Do you see that?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Can you see it glowing?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" His name's Stevie. Well, his name's Steven, but we call him Stevie. And he swore up and down that the ring had a glow. There was an aura about it. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, I put all the love I had into it, buddy. That's what it is.
I have the one ring dangling from my mirror in my car.
Cat, get the fuck out of here.
I'm that
Oh,
nerd.
hey, I heard you got to.
That was my cat.
He's like,
He's
wow. Love me, human.
He has a whole spot down into my bed where there's nice, soft, comfy blankets, and he decides that he has to be on top of me.
Of course.
Of course, man.
You know what they say about children and animals? They're going to steal the show.
Yeah,
He knows that you're live right now, and that's what the problem is.
I suppose. He's a good cat. He's just kind of annoying sometimes.
Good cat, but
Not all
sometimes annoying.
cats. They're good, except they're kind of annoying.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Overlap them.
He and the other cats, they keep down the vermin. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, we like
Humble, are you done?
to do those things.
Humble, are you done?
Well, my thing just crashed, and I'm kind of glad I had it on backup.
Me too.
Well, that would have sucked.
Are you rebooting?
Yeah, it got rebooted. I had a backup file, and I'm gonna save it real quick to.
That's why I usually try to make a save file first before I start doing stuff.
Oh well, hi, Hot Rod, honey. I didn't know you'd be a backup file too.
Yeah, that's what's great sometimes about those backup file things. Is like sometimes it just you just lose like hours of fucking work, and you're just like, no.
And
That's why you got to save often.
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes you're on a fucking road and you don't realize that you haven't saved in an hour. And
Yeah.
It's true.
So back to the chat. Okay, Edwin. Pablo Romero was there. He says, "Hi, Edwin. Hi, everyone. Hi, Pablo. Pablo Romero, great artist. Would love to have him back on when he has a chance." Let's see what else we had. Edwin Boyette says, "LOL, I lose my cool. I just work hard not to." I don't know if he's still around, but that's what he said. Flit Amaranth. Okay. If you're looking for something a little more sumptuous, Little Girl Lethal is still in demand. Get it here. Thank you, Flit Amaranth. That was a great pitch. Flit Amaranth. One love, one heart. Get together and pick up one pool.
Hey.
Another pitch. Nice. Flit Amaranth. And if you're looking for something with a classic fantasy feel, check out Shattered Crown, Tales of the Seven.
oh, hey, I should
Good
use
job,
that
Flit
one.
Amaranth. It was a good call making him a moderator.
Then.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna have to give him something good. If he keeps this up, he's gonna get something good in his mail if he gives me his PO box. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Something sweet and sugary, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh.
Was it that? Was it with a dash of light speed?
Maybe. Who knows? We shall see.
I like that.
Anthrax?
People who do me solids, I like to do them solids. So that's how it is. I really appreciate help when I need it, and it's nice. I left it on humble again. Why is it I always leave it on humble?
Because you like humble.
Mammons?
Humble's a great
Respect
person,
mammons.
but she's. God. I think. Well, how old are you, Humble? Not to ask a lady her age.
Me?
What?
Are you willing to
Yeah.
divulge
What
that
was it?
type of information to us?
Are you willing to divulge your the amount of time you've spent on the planet?
Long enough to be alive on the planet.
Oh, it's just being coy.
That's why you never ask a woman her age, because she's gonna tell you no. Right before she knocks you the fuck out.
I
But
would
like,
not
if
do-
she looks young, ask her age. You know. Just saying.
Well, as I can't see Marty,
Well, that's at least at my job. I got to take
that's
IDs.
tradition. My age is almost 50. We're counting down the days now till I turn 50.
I'm 37, so.
Yeah, me too. I'll be 38 in September.
Well, I don't know. I guess if someone can tell you how to do private messages on and YouTube. I mean, because it's easier. I guess I gotta figure out how to make this easier for people to come to the Discord, and then because I can do it in Twitter, and
So, Mr. Finney, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I can't take this any further, and I found out my Copics don't work, so most of my art supplies needs to be replaced.
Can you guys see what J.S. Shiro did? That is some seriously technified sporkage.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very good.
I like it.
Sporkman's sex droid.
she's gonna
Just
flip
whatever
you over, man.
Sporkman story needs is a Spork sex droid, and that'll be incorporated into the next Sporkman comic book.
Oh, he's going to Japan. I mean, he's family kind of one of those, right?
Especially those are some sporky boobs I got going there. Those and then like her legs, man. She's ready to stab some people with those legs. Look at that.
Exactly.
She,
Oh, that's
she don't,
nice.
she don't mess around. And she'll serve you dinner with the spork and claw your eyes out with the other hand. That's pretty cool, man. Right on.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is some imagination, and Jay Shiro brought it. He brought the imagination. So tell us about your book, Jay Shiro, so some people out there who are listening
Okay,
can
well,
hear
Case File Arkham, which is the series I'm best known for. I've actually got 7 books under my belt, but Case File Arkham so far only has 2 volumes to it. It's a 1940s film noir style book, but it's a cult. It's set within Lovecraft's mythos universe. It's set in the fictional city of Arkham, which was his stand-in for Boston, except it's the most haunted and cursed city in his universe. And you're following Detective Hank Flynn, who's back from the war. And just to make ends meet, he starts working as a detective, and his fate seems to, for some reason, be inextricably linked to drawing him deeper and deeper into this Lovecraftian supernatural underworld that boils beneath the seams of the city, which he knew nothing about. So he's discovering it as you, the reader, are. The way I describe it is a cult noir for people who like stories where men are men, women are gorgeous, and hell beasts from the abyss don't come with a trigger warning. This is a hard R book, and it's not for kids.
It's got the boobies in it, is what he's saying. It has boobies and other things that will titillate and chill you to the bone. It is a great book. I advise people to get it. Where can we pick up the Case File Arkham?
Well, you can still get it on Indiegogo. The campaign is still on demand, or you can just go straight to Amazon. Book 1 has just gone through a second printing, so we're waiting for the shipment to come in before we can send those out. But yeah, they're still available on Amazon right now.
Cool. All right.
Just with any luck,
do you have anything else you want to pimp while you're at it?
I was going to say, with any luck, it looks like Joseph White will be illustrating my superhero book, Bombshell.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that an all ages book, or is that one a little bit more mature?
You know, I tried. I think I'm incapable of writing on all ages.
Well, that'll ensure that I'll buy it. So.
Writing all ages is actually pretty hard.
Yeah.
Not if you let a 4-year-old write it.
Yeah. Speaking of a 4-year-old writing a comic book character, Ninja, tell us about your character that has been facilitated by you.
Yeah, it's my 4-year-old character, Nightmare Chicken Feet. Is that who you're?
Nightmare Chicken Feet.
Nightmare Chicken Feet.
Oh yeah. All right, Nightmare Chicken Feet is the character that my 4-year-old came up with. Right. I thought to myself, this is too good to pass up, so I decided to draw it out because it just sounded like a funny little thing that she came up with. And the positive feedback I've gotten on Nightmare Chicken Feet means that yes, I have to finish this. I do have plenty of concepts. I'm not going to be able to show those right at this moment because I'm very deep within drawing this lady spork right now. So I want to finish that before I show off that. But before we end the stream tonight, if you want, I'll show off the concepts that I've come up with for my kids that are going to be in the comic. I'm going to try and get this knocked out as fast as possible, just because I'll tell you what, my little girl has been hammering me like a boss to draw more of Nightmare Chicken Feet. So I'm obligated by my child to get this done. So it's even more pressing.
Finish it.
Yeah, if a real boss was telling me
You
to
gotta
do it.
Finish it.
So I'm going to bring Nightmare Chicken Feet to the public as fast as possible for everyone.
Well, that's awesome, man. I do enjoy it. I can attest to that. I think Nightmare Chicken Feet will be, if not incomprehensible, it will at least be very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I can't wait to bring that to everybody. And I can't wait to actually give my little girl the first issue and see the look on her face of the character that she came up with. Because, that's going to be something special right there. Giving her first, story, the story that she came up with.
Yeah, man.
And that's
what it's all about.
Jay, sure. What are we looking at on your thing?
Oh, I
right
wasn't going to say anything until everyone was done. This is the one of the panels from Bombshell that Joseph White drew for me.
Wow.
This is the character. So it's a futuristic book. It's a superhero, but in kind of a cyberpunk setting. It's satirical along the same lines as RoboCop and the film Starship Troopers, except that it's a future in which social justice has won. It's gotten its way. Everything is nuts, and one hero rises to push back.
So kind of like the Demolition Man a little bit.
Yeah, close.
The
way I describe it is, in Demolition Man, the only difference is that for some reason they were all living with abundance and luxury.
Right.
When it was never explained how the hell the system wasn't falling apart. This is a police state. This place is a complete mess. It's barely held together. It's turning into Argentina and Sweden all at once. But the way that I've been describing it also is that it's a reverse Watchmen. We've had tons and tons of deconstructions of superheroes over the last, 30 years, where we have asshole superheroes who might as well be criminals and fascists living in dystopian settings and just taking apart what we enjoyed about heroes. This is a reverse in that it's a dystopian setting where politics and policy and everything's just gone thoroughly wrong, and one hero rises up for all the right reasons to push back and eventually, to find the best in people in a situation where humanity's at its worst.
Nice.
So I'm calling it kind of a reconstruction of the classic superhero. And Bombshell is everything that social justice warriors hate or say they don't want to see in a superhero right now.
Like boobs?
Boobs?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're not going to like me, man. They're not going to like me.
Boobs, blonde hair, woman who isn't a feminist, but yet is self-sufficient and can take care of herself and doesn't hate men.
There you go. That's what we need. That's what the world needs more of.
Part of the inspiration was that my wife was a really big Power Girl fan back when Jeff Johns was writing her. And the series just got completely destroyed under Palmiotti and Amanda Connor's watch. And the character's just become this horrible parody of herself. And the initial spark of the idea was, well, how would I create a character that would capture all the things she liked about those old books And of course, if you're going to write a hero, you need a villain. And the first villain that I came to mind was, how about all those social forces that made a character like that old school Power Girl impossible now? How about all the ideas and backward thinking that destroyed superheroes is the enemy? So in a sense, the villain's the world.
That's good. That's a good premise, man.
Yeah.
But then that's why you're a good writer. So nice, man. Really cool.
Okay. And I'm very excited about Joseph's work. I mean, this is far beyond anything I expected when I was envisioning it. He's really taken the character to the next level. I'm just thrilled with him.
Now is Bombshell? Is this the character Bombshell, or is it?
Yeah, it's a little involved. I don't want to get too much into the backstory, but the name Shell's kind of the name Bombshell's kind of a joke in a sense. Without getting too deep into it, the woman who was Bombshell was a scientist who had created this process that created superhuman soldiers that allowed this regime to take over. And when the revolution came, she didn't stand up to them. She caved in and let them have this technology. And now she lives every day of her life realizing, because she didn't speak up, because she caved, in a way, there's a lot of blood on her hands. She feels personally responsible for a lot of this world. And through a whole twist of fate in which she tries to destroy the lab she's created, and in an act of suicide, she gets turned into one of these things, but is able to keep her mind. She isn't lobotomized. Part of the process is the creatures, or the superhuman soldiers, are pretty much mindless. They're controlled by remote. And when she rises out of it, she's no longer a 40-year-old woman who's scarred and battered. She's this statuesque Amazon. And she gets in a fight with 3 of the superhumans she created. And just barely, but she does defeat them. And the footage is filmed and leaked onto the net when it happens. And it goes viral, and everyone keeps saying, did you see that blonde Bombshell that kicked the crap out of those guys? And it starts becoming this inspiration, and everyone keeps calling her this, did you see that Bombshell? And it just sticks.
That's good. That's a good way to come up with it, man.
Cool.
Looking forward to that.
Too forced, whether they take on some sort of silly name.
Silly names for comic book characters, superheroes, are not necessarily that bad. So, I kind of like it. Bombshell is a
You're
good
going to
name.
pick up the mantle against this horrible regime, and I'm the Dark Avenger. What? Of course, in reality, things have that one. So I don't know.
Well, we're coming. I need to check the chat here. Come up on the time. Oh, Tech Corner jumped in. But are you done with your stuff, Daniel?
Yeah, I've got.
Well, I'm about there, I think. No, I was just answering yes as a question. Because I'm pretty bad at promotion, so I'm trying to get some help promoting stuff. And then so Gias and a few others have been helping me trying to be more proactive in being promoting. Yeah, because I tend to generally suck at doing that type of stuff. So like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna try and get some help, and then send them and then see about stuff here and there. So, but he's pointing out I should do some more stuff for Deviant Art and a few other places, like Twitter and so on and so forth.
So Pablo Romero says, "Respect the whammon."
We really should.
Very quiet.
We're respecting women. Be very, very quiet.
Pablo Romero also says,
no mansplaining over here.
The rule is, if she looks old, don't ask. If she looks young, ask. I suppose that goes back to whether you ask the age or not. Pablo Romero also says, those are some big legs. I think he's talking to you, Jay Shiro. And, did you say Argentina? Is that where your artist is from?
Oh, no. Joseph, actually, I think he lives in Colorado.
All right, and those are. Let's see. Now we got Naruto 85. FYI Tech. I submitted one of your pictures to a group in DA. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I said, he's trying to. I enlisted help trying to be more promotional.
doing DeviantArt.
Yeah.
Bunch of degenerates over there.
But
yeah,
but the degenerate's paying for my bills. So
that's where I found my artists is on DeviantArt. So I can't give them too much crap.
I'm still accepting commissions, by the way, guys.
Let's see what we got going here. We got Humble Marty. What we got doing? Oh, look at that. That's Sugar Spork or whatever it was. Little girl Spork.
Sugar tits.
Sugar Spork Speed.
Sugar Light Spork. Is that what you said? Sugar Light Spork.
Yeah, Sugar like Spork.
You know, maybe that's what's needed. It's kind of like an Enter the Spider-Verse for Sporkman, where he has this crossover with all these alternate reality sporks.
Oh, dude!
That would be awesome.
I got
The
one
old
already.
sexy ladies.
Spork Pork. I already have a Spork Pork. All right, I can bring that up right now if you want.
I've definitely got my Spork bank right now. So
your Spork bank. Is Chuck? Chuck, you still with us?
He's still sitting there, but he's muted, so he probably either fell asleep or
he pulled a Slick Jimmy on us.
Just doesn't care anymore. We got Mr. Marvel working on putting color in there. Nice.
Competing against
Vega.
Mr. Marvel.
Daniel Vega, this is very nice. I like this Spork honey. She's pretty sweet.
Spork woman.
Spork woman.
Yeah.
We got Ginger. She's serving up the cheesecake.
Actually,
with a spork, strangely enough. And what's down below her? What is it? It's down below her.
Oh, she would probably be better at describing it than me. Hang on, I'll put it on.
There you go.
I can't see it very well.
Hello.
Hello.
What is the thing down below? I can't tell what it is because I've got icons over the top of it. Tiles.
Well, I don't really know what I'm drawing. I'm just going with it. So.
Just going with the flow.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely puts Sporkina on a pedestal here. I like that.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm not
this creature under her doesn't like her very much. The
Oh.
Pokemon.
Like some sort of,
Oh, she's standing on it like a mouse, like it's a mouse.
some sort of cephalopod.
Steal my cheesecake.
Like bunny rabbit. Let's see what we got from our Sporkman. This is probably the briefest outfit of the bunch. He went for it and definitely got there. So, yeah, that's it's gonna bring out the party people.
Hey, Rumble.
Where's Rumble at? Is he in the chat?
Yeah, apparently he had to clock out and he's on his stuff.
Well, we've got Larry from Rebel Comics. He just jumped in. Rumble Terrier. I'm wrenchless on a different device. I'll give you a wrench. There you go.
Yeah, I think people are still calling him Naruto. Yes, you know, you can change the name on your page thing. I know.
Where's that? Give him a wrench. I don't know what the deal is. Huh.
There we go.
Well, can't give him a wrench. Sorry, Rumble. I don't know what the deal is. Won't let him do it.
Well, I guess just pass them the link to Jim when you get the chance, Rumble.
I don't know why I can't do that. The vagaries of YouTube.
Well, it's fucking YouTube, man. It doesn't like you.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to lose our Hangouts, and we're going to have to figure out something else.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So,
I call BS on that one.
Well,
no worries, gas.
I call serious BS on that. Google, don't do that to us. We need these hangouts for our lives to continue having fun. Don't screw us. Google.
They don't want you to have fun.
Yeah, they
Friggin'
don't.
Google. And that friggin' things. The graveyard of, what was it? I saw the other day they have a graveyard of Google programs that nobody uses or they shut down.
Really?
Really?
Hmm.
Like Google Plus. Look at this, Mr. Marvel's going at it.
Yeah, competing with Mr. Marvel.
I got 15 minutes.
Yeah, we actually have around 20 minutes.
Oh, wow. I'm actually done with 20 minutes to spare.
We got 20
Oh
minutes.
no, here comes the train. Risey, are you listening?
Toot, toot.
So are you done, Daniel? Is it done?
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, actually, I missed the lips. Dang it.
You missed the lips?
Yeah, I didn't cut her lips.
Gotta put a little bit of highlights on the lips so it's
Yeah.
shiny. Shiny lips. Got looking over at Illustrator Monk. He's putting color in now. Quite cute. Little pink. What's she serving up there? What's those mashed potatoes?
Well-
What are you looking at?
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. That must have spent the night with her or something, giving you some breakfast. We got Jay Shiro still hanging out.
Yeah, I'm just
And,
kind of hanging back here listening to you guys.
So when's your next
That was done.
the next Cat Rocha roast of a comic?
Well, probably before the end of the week, I'll have it up. I've this one's actually gone pretty quickly. It's taken me about a week and a half to edit. And it's going to be The Magnificent Miss Marvel, issue 1, Kamala Khan. Yeah.
Which issue 1?
Issue 1? Probably this last run or the newest run or the
Yeah,
first
the
one?
newest run. They've just relaunched the series again, apparently. So
Yeah, because that's how they do over there, Marvel now. Yeah, I look forward to her roasts as much as I look forward to Just Some Guy, and I used to look forward to Mim Headroom. I just really enjoy when she goes a deep dive on stuff, rips them to shreds. It's a lot of fun.
I had been encouraging her to do this for ages. Oh, no one wants to hear what I'm going to say. And it's just going to do it. No, get the comic in front of you and just rant. And
It's just funny.
all of that, we're doing all the
Just
best-
rant.
Have you guys ever heard? Have you heard her? What's the title you call those again?
Adventures in Awful.
Yeah, Adventures in Awful. If you've had, I just call them Cat Roach's roasts because she roasts the shit out of stuff, and they definitely are worth your time. Anybody who's listening or anybody who's on the panel, going and looking them up because they're a lot of fun. And I've listened to a couple of them multiple times over because they make me laugh. So
The chat. Looking at the chat. Bob, we gone. We mini bomb.
who are we talking to? Navi Ferry.
Navi Ferry.
Who's this
Is
person?
because it's from the cartoon Transformer movie.
All right, I will take your word for it.
Really, I figured everyone knew that one.
Ba weep gone weep.
We gone. We mini bomb.
Ah, okay.
The universal greeting of peace, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah.
Right.
The universal greeting of peace works every time.
What is
Well,
the universal
Hey,
greeting
didn't they
of peace?
then all those like trash robots started like dancing in a circle around them?
Mhm.
Oh my god, you just brought back all my childhood.
Yep.
Oh my
Welcome,
god. Thank
Navi.
you. Thank you so much.
And they were playing
We have
Dare
17 likes, 14 people watching that currently.
Yeah, they were playing Weird Al in the background. That was
And then Pablo Romero says the only Transformers movie. Was that from the animated series or from the original? Yeah, okay. Just sorry, I'm an old man. It's not as familiar to me as
That
stuff from
that movie made me cry.
Weren't you a child of the 80s as well?
Yeah, I was a teenager of the 80s.
Oh, okay. So
I
yeah,
was a
you
child.
actually skipped the Transformers movie then.
I'm the '80s kid. So
Yeah, I'm a child of the 70s. I watched like Star Blazers or Battleship Yamato or Battle of the Planets. Lots of old cartoons, that sort of thing.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, I was a real little kid at that point, but I vaguely remember that in the 70s.
Well, if anybody wants to watch a cool old anime, Battleship Yamato or Star Blazers, as it was called in the U.S., is really cool. It's they have 2 series that are tell quite the story, sci-fi story. So if you're looking for it, go check it out and enjoy.
Yeah, no, because I'm the '80s kid. I was born in '81, and so it's most of the '80s and then the '90s and all the way to adulthood.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I was born in '81. Had a lot of fun in the '80s. Had a lot of fun in the '90s.
Yeah. I mean,
back when movies were fun.
Like, I knew of all the cartoons and comics and stuff in the 80s, especially comics. I paid a lot of attention to comics in the 80s, but the animation came roaring back to me. The 90s had like this renaissance of great animation that I think sadly we've lost somehow.
Not somehow, on purpose.
On purpose. Yeah, we lost it to fucking Cow's art. It was like,
Cow's art?
Cow art.
Cow art, yeah.
Cow art.
That thing about cow art.
Steven Universe style.
That was the Disney school. Their style used to be the classic Disney style.
Yeah.
It's like we lost Spork finally. He dropped.
The cow art.
Yeah, the cow art drove him away. Oh, that would do me too. Look at this buff guy. What am I looking at? Humble?
Oh,
you got some beef?
This was actually a wizard character I'd been working on for a while. He was called the Flexinator. In a world where you're not supposed to flex your pinky, he figured out how to use magic by flexing his everything else.
That's it. He's one ripped wizard. I'll tell you that.
Pretty much.
It's like flexing on everything, man. Well, is that a character you're going to work and flesh out, as it were?
Yeah, he is.
Sweet.
I mean, we're pretty much missing. I mean, there's like, it's like they tried to make all the girls look like they were all manly and make all the guys look like little shrimps.
Little shrimps.
Like, okay, but that kind of went out of style with Harry Potter. Literally.
That's the thing. They're not done with Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're not done fucking him over.
After that last Harry Potter, I don't know why they're not done with it. That movie was horrific. It was terrible. The last
the Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, the Crimes of Grindelwald.
It was
terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in theater, but I went and I picked up the video of it and I watched it. I was like, this is an absolute mess. I got done. I was like, this is.
You know what? I could smell that dumpster fire from a mile away.
It was terrible. I mean, she wrote the screenplay. And
You're fired, is what I would say.
Like it's
You're fired.
It's a disaster of a film. I mean, the only reason it did any business at all is because it's Harry Potter. Well, Harry Potter universe.
Yeah, J.R. Rowling keeps shitting on her own material. It's just Eventually, she's not gonna. Eventually, people are just not gonna like Harry Potter the way she keeps going about it. Like, lady,
I think she. I
stick
think,
to continuum or not?
I think she's just. I think she shot her wad. I think she's lost her mojo.
Yes, she's trying to stay
She's
relevant.
trying.
She's trying to stay relevant by trying to by appeal to the SJW people. Crazy.
She's trying to wreck her IP, is what she's doing.
Yeah, that's
I don't think that she really has the drive anymore. I mean, she's a billionaire. What does she really need to do all that stuff for?
Yeah, I
She
mean,
needs virtue points now. That's all she wants.
Yeah.
Is her virtue point.
Well, if she
Those
wanted to make
Virtue
a
points,
character,
they're worth a lot, you know.
they don't pay on mortgage, that's for sure.
Well, I have a theory that this is what happens when a socialist gets successful and rich through a capitalist endeavor and doesn't know how to really make sense of it.
Something. I mean, because you'd think that like she'd just invest her money and then give away what she doesn't want to fund her pet projects or whatever it is. But anyway, it's just.
I don't know. It's just watching her kind of like self-detonate for no reason. I'm just like, you have the money, just go quietly into the night, and you don't have to give a shit no more. You literally made it to where you don't have to worry for the rest of your life. You can sit back, relax, and enjoy the sun.
Well, the part I'm surprised with is every time she's tried to say one of her characters in the book she already written was gay, I'm surprised she didn't just do a gay Harry Potter thing and her fans would just eat it up.
Yeah, I mean, she could literally just do that, or hell, have someone ghost it for her. Fuck. People.
Well, the next printing of the books in the series, Harry's just gonna be a black transsexual person in a wheelchair, and people
and a hijab.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a hijab.
Don't forget a hijab.
How would he manage with all those stairs?
I don't know. He uses wand a lot.
I think he'd end up basically saying, "Forget the wheelchair. I got a broom."
And more importantly, very ableist of you to ask.
Oh Lord, I'm half deaf. I'm practically disabled, and I'm tired of that stupid shit.
No, I'm just playing. That's me.
I know. No, I'm not even that. The ableist crap is so stupid. It's like I'm half deaf. I haven't been half deaf since I was 10. I haven't been dealing. That was that was it well enough. I've managed to make it from point A to point B. I don't need people for making up stuff to somehow suddenly,
Daniel, don't you think we should feel sorry for you because you're half deaf?
No one should feel sorry for me. Stuff
Daniel, you're
Bob
half
Rogers
deaf.
says Harry Plopper.
Harry Plopper. Yeah.
Harry Plopper. No, man, it goes right up there was the fact that
Good Dog Press showed up. Aloha, there, Manny. And then he asked you, Marty, does he flex his winky? That was his question.
Well,
and Good Dog says
that,
he tried to keep himself clean.
Well, no, I have to keep this thing kind of PG.
You did say everything else.
Yeah.
But he does say his everything else. So if the situation called for it, he probably would.
We do have 16 people watching now and 17 likes. So I appreciate the likes and the watchers currently. Pablo Romero says, I blame Dexter's Laboratory guy for the trend on oversimplification of Western cartoons. Yeah, you might have a point there. Amarat says, not sure which is more colorful, Marty's art or Monk's glitchy camera.
I put my money in the glitchy camera.
And then, like,
Dad, you're gonna have an acid trip without actually having to be on acid.
Good Dog Press says, Manny says, this is clean for Slick Jimmy's channel. So he knows he knows his environment, I suppose.
Only because Good Dog's not here.
He is here.
No, I mean in the stream
in
with
the chat.
be drawing some skunk girl booties right now. I'm sure of it.
Let's see what we got here. Humble Marty, are you done?
Oh, yeah, I've got. Nah,
I
that's
think-
fine. There we go.
I think Illustrator Monks kind of finished up his deal. Shiro is done with his fanciful, very interesting take on Sporkgirl. Tech has got a very statuesque looking, sexy, superhero looking gal. Her Spork, the Spork handle is much shorter than the male version. So I guess it's the clitoris of Spork. What we got Xenolith and Gingers, and she's serving up cheesecake, very cute little style, very nymph. And then we got very voluptuous version from our friend, your friendly neighborhood ninja. It is 12:01. We have 5 minutes currently, so we'll finish everything. We have 5 minutes to do it, and we will have done our 2 hours. Oh, I missed Mr. Marvel. What am I doing? Mr. Marvel. Very.
My screen's really.
It's
Sorry.
A little long. I can see.
Very right.
She got red hair.
Red hair. There's a lot of white in the piece. That's why, because her suit. Hold on, I got it. Let me see if I could at least.
Yeah, it looks like you're fighting with your tablet.
Yeah, I am. I'm just like fighting with my tablet, really.
Holy shit! I forget how amazing that tablet is that you've got there, Mr. Marvel.
Well, the thing is, like, I can't really adjust the brightness of the screen, so it's like just gonna be real bright. But actually, I'll send it to Jimmy right now, the finished piece, because technology.
Whoa, technology.
Technology is your friend.
It is. Hold on a second, so you guys don't see all my Twitter stuff.
You should have known.
They're late, Pat, but okay.
Turn off your camera for a second.
She's sending it on Twitter.
I mean, I'm doing it right here on my Twitter, and I don't want to like show people's DMs because that's kind of crappy.
Yeah, this not bugs people.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's why I was like, you know what? Let me get out of that so that everybody that tells me stuff in confidence gets to stay confident.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Mm-hmm.
There she is. One moment. Let's see if I can get it. Should do a screen share. That's what I should do. Derp.
And actually, hold on. This is like way off concept of what I originally thought up earlier in the day. Because I forgot that this is like extra saucy. So I'm gonna send you the 3 possible concepts I had in my head today that I jotted down as well, Jimmy.
All right, that'll be cool. You guys see this? Can people see that? Am I sharing that?
Sharing, Jimmy? You're not screen sharing. You gotta
No,
stop whiteboxing Mr. Marvel. And
bitch. That's what I've said about that. Let's screen share myself. And bibbity bobbity boo. There we go. Can you guys see that?
Yes, I am. Yes, it'll probably be going on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should post it on BAQ.
Marvel.
I have to stick that up there.
He's always doing something amazing.
I like girls.
Or superior.
I like girls.
I should say.
He likes girls and traps. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. There we go. I wish I'll stop sharing and we'll come back to this. Give me off white box. All right. What are we sitting at? We are sitting at. We got 2-minute warning right now. 2-minute warning.
Oh, okay.
Did you find me Twitter? Hang on. It should be at the tech corner. Yes.
We're doing pretty good here. I think we did some great art tonight. Fabulous looking stuff. If you guys want to put your versions of what you have, so we can see them, that would be very nice. So
There
that we
you
can
go.
have. All right, great. We'll look at let's
If
zoom that in a little bit, Marty. Just a little bit.
Oh, a little bit? Okay.
A little bit.
Like that?
That's good. Just so people can see. All right. And what are we sitting at? Got a minute. Minute warning. Cheers. Illustrator Monkey, you still got yours there?
Someone can share that link to the chat.
There you
that
go.
way, guests can find me on Twitter because apparently, I thought we figured if you follow me, dude. Hey, someone disliked us.
Someone disliked us, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
dislike equals more views.
Thank you. Thank you.
True. Thanks for tuning in.
Huh. It's in like a must been water closet. Who knows? Okay, one
Probably
moment.
Chuck.
Here we go. All right, we are done. 12:06. So, who has the straw poll, please? Please post that. Post the straw poll.
Does anybody have the link for this straw poll? Just have to go back, scroll back up where Sporkman dropped the straw poll.
Yeah, he did the straw poll, didn't he? Oh, great. Fabulous.
Someone needs to redo it, I suppose. Maybe for
I'll see what I can do.
Where the heck is it? This is gonna be. Oh man, some of it just. There it is. Yeah, you guys are just a bunch of smart asses. Okay, I'm putting the straw poll back down in since I had located it. Yes, my friends, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Okay, there it is. For y'all who are still in there, 15 people in the chat, please go, and do your thing, and so we can get some results.
Well, you can if you want. Yes.
What was that, Dan?
No, he's talking about commission. Sorry.
I don't know what you're saying. You're rambling at this point. What are you saying?
You just stuck that up there like, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
What is it?
4 times.
That's right.
5.
I made sure it was there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 times. I'm debating putting up the angel clones for an offline commission.
All right, so I'm going back to this thing. I'll refresh it, see if anybody actually voted. I'm gonna put my vote in. Who shall I do? Who shall I do? Yeah, I'll go with that. Everybody voting? Have you gone and voted? Anybody? Bueller? You never close your eyes.
I never do.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Except for a little bit at night.
All right. Well, we have 14 people watching. Still, thank you for hanging out to the very end, to the bitter dregs, as we do our little poll here, so that we can find out who won who did the best job, by choice. I think everybody did a great job. I'm very pleased with what has happened with the Sporkgirl. I think that today we've done a good service for Chuck and company. I think there's a lot of fun to be had with this type of thing, with the gender swapping or any just letting people's imagination run wild and have fun. And I think it's really cool what you guys have done tonight. I wish I could have done something equally as fun, but I don't think I have the ability for that.
You brought us all here. That's something part of the fun.
Yeah, thank you. That's what. Okay, let's see what we got going in the straw poll. Let's check and see. Gotta refresh. Yeah, one person has voted.
Really?
No.
What the?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like,
Not because only one person has voted. Why is only one
I voted
person
for
voted?
Daniel.
Huh?
Yeah, I voted as well. It didn't count it.
Yeah, I voted for Daniel Vega. That didn't count.
hey man, it's rigged against me.
What
It
in
is
the?
rigged against you.
Man,
So I'm reloading it. It's not
What is going
shit.
on?
It's not
What is going on? I don't understand this. Why is this not working? Everyone to vote again. No, it says my vote has been counted.
It's set up to accept only one vote.
That's weird.
Is it taking forever to
Yeah, mine. It says I have. This says there's one vote on here.
yeah, it just says one vote, which is weird. Hey Chad, has everyone voted?
Everything went swimming.
Lord.
An hour.
Now it's just a wet cluster fart. That's what it is.
We can't wait an hour.
Ninja fixed the poll. Did you fix the poll, Ninja?
That must have been it. Yeah. I don't know
What
what's
happened?
I'm too done.
I don't know what's going on either. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Weird results.
Yeah, that sucks that this isn't working. I don't know what's going on with that.
You're gonna just have
We're
to
all
let
winners,
the chat
really.
vote.
All right,
You're gonna just
chat.
have to let the chat vote.
Okay, we're gonna do a chat vote because that's what I want to do here. We got 13 people here. If you guys want to get in the chat and vote, just put it down who you want to who you think was the best. So I want to at least have some sort of result. Merry Christmas. Anybody?
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with Google. I had nothing to do with Google doing this.
Okay,
we got Ginger. We got Daniel Vega, Marvel, Illustrator Monk. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Ah, what the fuck is got them thing.
Well, I'll give it 2 more minutes. I'm gonna talk. We're gonna pitch our stuff for a couple minutes. Okay, starting with Humble Marty. Is there anything you want to pitch out that you're doing?
Well, let's see. You know, I've got a couple projects, but I want to make sure they're fully finished and ready to be out there before I pitch them.
Okay. All right, Illustrator Monk. I know you got stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm in the process of writing something. I just finished up a little mini story for Nasser. I'm not sure when that's going to come out or what book it's going to be in, but yeah, I'll keep everyone posted on Twitter at Illustrator Monk.
Fantastic, man. Love your work today. It was great. Jay Shiro, of course, you have your books, Case File Arkham. Anything else you want to pitch as well as that?
Well, aside from Case File Arkham 1 or 2, or possibly my Cold War Kaiju epic, World War Kaiju, which is also available on Amazon, I would recommend everyone go over to my channel, Jay Shiro Finney, here on YouTube, and check out Adventures in Awful, and enjoy the savaging. Cat takes the worst that comics have to offer and makes it enjoyable.
This is true. I completely agree. Mr. Marvel, you have one pool going currently in demand. Anything else you wanna pimp that you're involved in right now?
Because we hit the 10,000 goal before the campaign was over, I'll also be including the prologue to an up and coming project coming from Science Comic Wizards. It's going to be like sister companion books, one called Last Call, done by me, and one called Help Becky Smash, by Josh the Amazing Animator. And right now I'm just getting everything ready together for everybody that I possibly can, and yeah,
Right, man.
good stuff.
Great. He's also working on another story, the art in another story in my own book, Little Girl Lethal, and he's doing great work as usual. He has got immense skills, Mr. Marvel. Daniel, tell us what you have going on.
I have my comic on my website. It's called Shattered Crowns Tales of the Seven. There will be a colored version coming soon with some extra stuff behind it. I'm also available for commissions. You can find me at bigadesigns.squarespace.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at the Tech Corner.
All right, man. Great. And then we have Xenolith and Ginger. You want to hit us with anything that you're doing?
Ginger is obviously working on Sporkman and also Changeling, which is in the Mythoverse Indiegogo, which Kickstarter, sorry, which is launching any day now. So there's that. Obviously, both of us are on Twitter, Xenolith Comics and That Crafty Foxy. Both of us are always open to commissions, that kind of thing.
Fantastic. All right, cool. And your friendly neighborhood ninja, what do you got going on, man?
At the moment, I'm working on Nightmare Chicken Feet. That's a creation by my 4-year-old. I'm going to illustrate it and going to help her write it because, she's 4. But she has come up with some amazing stuff. Jim, you mind if I take a second to show off some of the ideas that I've come up with?
That's fine.
All right. I'm going to bring up some of the Nightmare Chicken Feet concepts right now. So this would be essentially Nightmare Chicken Feet. He is he once was a man, but has now been turned into he's living a nightmare as having a chickens for hands, chicken for a face. He does have chicken feet. And here comes a train. So I'm sorry for the train, but I'm sure that if Rizzy is listening, he's loving it right now. So that goes out to Rizzy, that train sound.
So what exactly were the words your daughter used when she communicated that this man had chickens for hands and chicken feet?
He, that's pretty much it.
There was this man
She told me that she said that he has chicken feet, but he also has chickens for hands, and he has a chicken face. Right? And I was like, oh, okay. So this is what I came up with. According to her, she seems to, yeah, this is basically what he looks like. You know, she agreed with everything that I had drawn here, so I feel pretty confident that this is what he looks like. You know, it's, yeah, fairly nightmarish, you know? That's the true nightmare. He's actually a superhero, from her description. He actually fights crime. You know, he's here to save the day, even though he has to live the nightmare of having chickens for hands and a chicken for a face. You know, he's
Chicken
still
leg.
here. Yeah, and chicken feet. You know, he's, oh, by the by, for anybody who's listening who had the question of can he lay eggs? Yes, it has been confirmed. He can lay eggs. He was created by a magical fairy.
So can he lay golden eggs? That would be awesome.
Well, you know, I'm assuming that he can lay any kind of golden magic eggs. My little one has quite the imagination. Some of the other characters that will be showcased in this comic are this bunny character here called the Bunny Hopper, which apparently hops around on its ears. It uses its ears to hop around, and has very sticky tape over its mouth. That was the description I was given. It also it likes cupcakes, so you're going to see the Bunny Hopper in that comic as well. My son threw a character in here called Night Hunter, who is an alien.
Can I ask a logistical question? If it likes cupcakes, but it has tape over its mouth, how does it eat the cupcake?
That is a conundrum.
Boom!
It is
My
a conundrum.
You know, that could be kind of a running gag. They turn their head and then turn around and the cupcake's gone with brownies all over its face.
Like, how the
fuck? Well, I'm really hamming it up with my little one here. She's been amazing with these ideas, and she keeps them coming. You know, she keeps on bringing me more ideas. Like she's got Robo Vacuum Kitty. It's I'm sorry, Robo Kitty Vacuum Cleaner is the name of the this weird robotic vacuum cleaner cat, who's apparently another superhero. The Bunny Hopper is actually a villain in this comic. Boy, I'm not going to give too much spoilers here, but Bunny Hopper is actually a villain. So you guys are going to just have to wait and see how this goes, because my little one has come up with some crazy ideas, and I'm going to write this out, that it actually makes sense in our universe, you know, like a real life situation.
That's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, I must say.
I promise it's going to be great.
I did do a count on who won. There were a couple of let's go down through it real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we had one for Ginger, one for Daniel Vega, another one for Daniel Vega, one for Mr. Marvel, one for Illustrator Monk, one for Ginger. That's 2 for Ginger, 2 for Vega, one for Humble, one for Daniel Vega. That's 3 for Daniel Vega. And down there, Daniel Vega gets another one. That is 4 for Daniel Vega, and I think that means that Daniel Vega won.
Oh, hey! I finally won.
So Daniel Vega wins the Sassy Sexy Sporkgirl Challenge. I would like to say that I really do think that the things that we've seen tonight are great. They're a lot of fun. We have great artists here tonight. And also, your friendly neighborhood ninja, I want to do a shout out. I think that this is a great concept. And the idea that it's a 4-year-old that's helping you put it together. And she's got this kind of crazy idea of how to do things, and you're bringing it to life for her. I think that's something that can be not only monetized, but I think people will enjoy. So, yeah, keep at that, and we will keep on all the projects we've seen tonight. Let's give a shout out to Sporkman himself, and Chuck and Eric and their long running series that they've been working so hard on for so many years. Let's help them get funded, and so we can get more Sporkman comics, and we can use these fun Sporkman girls. Maybe they can be incorporated sometime. Who knows? Anything else anybody wants to say before we call it?
I would like to say this about our community. I am really proud of everybody, of all the hard work that's being put out, and you know, all of this, the community, the camaraderie, the fact that we like to sit here and help each other. I have to say, you know, kudos to everybody and much love to everyone. I am so proud of this community. You know, just keep it up and aloha. You know, nothing but love.
I want to say the names of everybody who was involved tonight: Humble Marty, Illustrator Monk, J. Acero Finney, Mr. Marvel, Troy Torres, and the Tech Corner. That's Daniel Vega, and Zenith and Ginger, and finally your friendly neighborhood ninja. I am Slick Jimmy, and this is Slick Jimmy Speaks with the Cheesecake Challenge. We'll be back next week with another theme. Hope y'all come out again, and we can get this going a little bit bigger. This will be the 6th episode coming up. And thanks for coming out and hanging out. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it. Flip Amaranth, you did a great job tonight as moderator, getting things out there. Just want to give you props for that. Thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Later, guys.